IVM.
There's a quick survey to fill out on ivmpodcast.com/survey. It lets us know a little bit more about who's listening to us. And you know what? We're going to do a few prizes. So, we'll do a random drawing of maybe 10 people and we'll send you all some swag. Remember, that's ivmpodcast.com/survey where you can fill out the survey.
Hello and welcome to the Habit Coach podcast. I am Ashdin Doctor, your habit coach. And today's question in the hot seat episode comes from Alka. Now, Alka says, why do I keep choosing the wrong men? And in brackets, she's put a expletive word, which we will not say on the podcast. But if you want to use your imagination, think of donkeys and deep dishes. And then you can put the two together and figure out what she said. So why do I keep choosing the wrong men, in inverted commas, donkeys and deep ditches, every time? Is love so difficult? And I love this question. It's a very simple one-line question. This is my take on it. Very often we keep inviting, and I'm using the words carefully, we keep inviting the same kind of person into our life. The person might be different, but the avatar of the person is the same. And the reason we invite the same people into our life is because of two reasons. One is we have not evolved in the course of the last relationship to the new relationship. And hence, because we've not evolved, the same kind of person is being invited back. We have not changed enough. We might have changed dramatically, but we've not changed in the right respects to allow for a new kind of energy to enter your life, to a new kind of person to enter your life. So hence you are stuck in this trap of inviting the same person over and over and over and over and over and over into your life. Very often, just like Alka is doing, we are saying, are those people wrong? But we're not realizing that maybe we are the ones that need to be able to change in order to invite these people into our life. So this is the first thing that I would start thinking about. And this is something that I did in my life as well. Whether it was friends, relationships, family members also, you start asking yourself, am I the kind of person that these kinds of people would want to be friends with? Am I the kind of people that these people, the kind of people that you have in your mind, that you would choose, men who are not donkey ditches, would want to be in your life? Do you want them to, what kind of person do they want? What kind of girl do they want? And then you try and become that. All right. Now, very often when I say this, they say, how dare you tell me to change? I am perfect the way I am. Fine. If you think that you're perfect the way you are and all of that, you will keep getting what you have because you're not taking effort to change. You are creating an argument for why things should not be different. The second point I wanted to make is very often people come into our lives to teach us something. What have you learned from what this person has come to teach you? Have you learned anything? Have you made a change after learning anything? Very often we don't learn from our mistakes. We don't learn from our past. And hence what happens? History repeats itself. The past comes back. It doesn't come back in the same person, but like I said, it comes in the same avatar of that person. And hence history's repeated itself. So start thinking about relationships in this way. What is it that I need to do to change to attract the kind of person that I want in my life, or rather to invite the person that I want in my life? And the second thing is, what do I need to learn from my past in order to not invite these kinds of people in our life? Okay, so I hope that helps you out, because I hope you don't go through life thinking that everybody is not good for you and that no good people exist. Good people exist. All that matters is how we welcome these people into our life. Are we ready for them? And are they ready for us? Awesome. All right. Now, if you want to be featured on the next Habit Coach Hot Seat episode, check out the link below, click on it, and send me a nice big description of what it is that you're facing and how I can help you and feature you on the next Hot Seat episode. I'm Ashdin Doctor, your habit coach. And remember, awesome lives, they start with awesome habits. Usually in a podcast, it's me who speaks to you and you who listens. But I've been seeing your comments and it's time. It's me listening to you. Following the overwhelming success of this podcast, the good folks at IVM Podcast Network have decided to come up with a Kannada adaptation of the show for those who prefer listening to it in that language. Do make sure you let your Kannada speaking friends know about this as well. Now, if you like this podcast, don't forget to check out other interesting podcasts on the IVM network. You can listen to us on the IVM Podcast app or ivmpodcast.com. You can also follow us on social media. We are at IVM Podcast on Twitter and Instagram. If you want to reach out to me, I am at Ashdin Doc on Twitter and Instagram. We have a brand new habit coaching online course, quizzes, videos, and a lot more on the website awesome180.com. So check it out now.
Hey, it's been another great week on the IVM Podcast Network. On Advertising is Dead, Varun talks to Naveen Murali. He is the head and VP of Marketing at Pepperfry, and together they trace the evolution of the furniture market in India. On Marathi Kirkitun, the Deshmukhs welcome Sania Mane, host of our new Marathi podcast, Akhand Bharat. She shares how she conceptualized the podcast and the story behind presenting history in this way. On Tere Mere Raste, Keshav takes us to a land of unique traditions, Mathi. Find out how they use auspicious occasions to plant trees. On Pulyabazi, Pranay and Saurabh analyze India's current need of the hour, self-reliance or self-interest. And on Smarter with Sid, Siddharth shares 2 important lessons we can learn from the infamous Oscars incident involving Will Smith, Chris Rock, and, well, a joke and a punch. Do follow us on social media. We're IVM Podcast on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And remember, if you're enjoying this show or any of our other shows for that matter, please do tell a friend. Also, don't forget to rate us on any of the platforms you're listening to us on, including the one you're listening to us on now. And also, please do check us out on YouTube. We have a number of channels. They're all available on ivmpodcast.com/YouTube. We're also doing a small listener survey to help us understand you, the listener, better, and how you like our shows, how you respond to the advertising, and so on. We'd really appreciate it if you could spare a few minutes to fill it out. It's at ivmpodcast.com/survey. And finally, we'd like to thank our sponsors on the network this week, SBI Life Insurance, India Water Portal, and Jupiter, a digital banking app. Thank you so much for making this possible.
Don't you think that if everyone around you is getting smart, you better be smarter? Hey there, I'm the traveling professor Siddharth Deshmukh, and I'm back with season 2 of my podcast to make you smarter. Smarter with Sid. What's this season's focus about? Well, it's about 10-minute nuggets that will make you stand out at work. It's time to go from smart to smarter. Tune in every Tuesday and Thursday and become smarter with Sid.